I'm good, ma'am.
Good to hear from you. Where are you from, Ekta?
Ma'am, I'm from New Delhi.
Oh, you're from New Delhi. Okay. Oh, same city then. Ah, wonderful. What are you doing currently?
I'm pursuing statistics honors from Lady Shram College.
Oh, wonderful. And what's your plan for the future?
Ma'am, actually, I'm prepared. I want a session for GMAT, and this is for GRE, so I was communicating with Career Launcher only.
Oh, okay. 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 Please do communicate with your counselor.
Yes.
Hi, Ipsita.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine.
And where are you from, Ipsita?
Kolkata.
Kolkata. Oh, wonderful. Lovely city, huh? One of the
Yeah,
most one of the most beautiful cities that I have been to. I used to travel to Kolkata very often, like about 5, 6 years ago, every week. We just used to, I mean, I love Kolkata. The food to die for.
yeah, the
I,
street foods are quite good here.
oh yes, I am a big fan of food and I'm a big foodie. So therefore, Kolkata is just one of my favorite places to eat and enjoy. And just and the people are so nice. So that's like a cherry on the top. Anyway, so what are you doing currently, Ipsita?
I am just passed out. I just completed my BTech,
Oh, you
uh,
did. Wonderful. What was your stream?
computer science and engineering.
Computer science. And what do you want to do in the future?
Um, I want to secure a good opportunity for my masters, whether in India or abroad.
Hmm. So, masters in science. I'm assuming MS, right?
Yes, masters in science,
Yeah.
my
Okay, wonderful.
my first choice.
Okay, wonderful. Any specific country or just still exploring?
No, I'm still exploring.
Wonderful. Very nice. When are you expecting to write your exam?
Um, I will try to complete it by February or March.
Okay. All right. So you'll be going for admissions this year only, as in 2025, right?
I will try to.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Hi, Rishita. Good evening. How come you're here? This is one of the orientation sessions. You haven't come to any of the orientation sessions? Rishita? Okay, guys, I have put out a link here in the chat box. If you will click on that link, you will a page will open up and you're supposed to be filling up that form. So please do that. In the meantime, we're just waiting for some more people to join. Once they join, we'll start. Meantime, you can quickly fill up this form, please. Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you, Rishita?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm super good, man. Absolutely. So, like I was asking, how come you're here? You
I
haven't
haven't attended any of the orientation actually. I
Okay.
started from the classes only.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So then we must do an introduction. So tell me about you.
So I'm currently in my pre-final year. So I'm doing integrated MSc in biotech. So I'm aiming for fall of 2026, and I'll be applying for masters in business analytics, and I'm hoping I'll get into good US universities for now.
Amazing. Very well planned, well thought of. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Very nice. Any specific colleges that you've shortlisted or that is still in
Yeah.
the...
No. I'm already done with shortlisting. I'm first three goals are either John Hopkins,
Okay.
Duke, and UCLA. These three are my
Oh,
top
I
three.
love your choice of colleges.
Thank
Oh
you,
my
ma'am.
goodness. I just got the jitters.
I'll send you that essay that you told me to. You'll grade it. So
Yes, I will.
I got added in the group yesterday only. So I'll
That's okay.
send it today.
No worries. You can send it to me as and when you keep getting. I'm also a little lazy right now because I was unwell. In fact, I still am
Okay.
unwell. So I'm not doing any work other than just taking classes and making a random mock here and there. So That's okay that you didn't send, because otherwise I'd be under added pressure to grade it.
Okay, ma'am. I hope you get well soon.
I am much better. So tomorrow I'm planning to go to the center and take some classes. So hopefully
Great.
things will go well. I'm not driving. That's the only thing. That's the concession I've made for myself, that I'll take a cab. No driving for the next 1 week. And classes, I think I can manage. So that's that.
Yeah. Sure.
And good.
Yeah.
So send me that essay. I will try and grade it maybe over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah, sure.
I'll do that.
Yeah. I'll send another one I wrote so you can take
Absolutely.
all
What
your
you can
time
do
you
is,
need.
you can send me as many as you have written, okay? 3, 4, whatever.
Okay, ma'am.
And I'll grade them
Okay,
all
ma'am.
and I'll send them back to you.
Okay, ma'am. Done.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Can you all fill up this form, please? Ipsita, Ekta, and
I've already filled.
Ishita.
Yeah, I have already filled up.
Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. Ekta, were you able to resolve your issue? All right. Shall we begin then? Now that you've filled up your forms and everything, we'll start.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Ekta, you are.
Yes, ma'am, because I was attending for GMAT also tomorrow, so I plan to attend for GRE as well.
Okay. All right. Welcome. I'm very happy to have you in class. Okay. So let's get started, guys. I hope you filled the form, Ekta.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Thank you. So my name is Abhilasha and I'm the academic head for verbal products for Career Launcher. I take classes for CAT, CLAT, GRE, GMAT, CUET, you name a product, and I am taking classes. I've co-authored a book on quantitative aptitude and reasoning, in which I have written the reasoning portion. I'm very, very bad at quantitative aptitude, which is, I can't help it. But yeah, but I'm really good at verbal. Reading comprehension, verbal ability, vocabulary, grammar, all that is my forte. So that's that. I have written quite a few of these exams and have scored very well in those. So anyway, so that's a little bit about me. Let's get started. Let's learn about GRE. I'm sure you're already aware that GRE has changed its pattern. So if you were aware of GRE a couple of years ago, the way it was has changed drastically. So now the GRE is a very flexible test. How has it become very flexible? It's because the GRE general test can now be used around the world in a lot more colleges for a lot more programs. So whether it is a master's program, whether it is a specialized master's in business program, whether it is an MBA program, a JD program, a doctoral program, or whether it is for awarding fellowships, you can write the GRE general test and use it and see the variety of courses that you guys are applying to, all types, and therefore GRE makes a lot of sense. The good thing is that the GRE scores are good for 5 years. So it's not like the Indian exams like CAT and all, where the score is valid only for 1 year. And then next year again, you have to write the exam. Here, once you've written the score, it's solid for 5 years. You don't have to write it. So imagine somebody being in their pre-final year and writing this exam, and you got your scores booked and banked. And then maybe after you do your graduation, you work for a couple of years, and then you want to go and apply for your master's. That's perfectly okay. You can do it because that's the flexibility that GRE is allowing us. So whether it is grad school, business school, law school, whatever it is, you can use the GRE general test scores for your admissions. Some of the wonderful, wonderful colleges that are now accepting the GRE general test again: Stanford, University of Virginia, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Why do I call it that? Dartmouth, UCLA. All of these are colleges which have now started accepting the GRE general test once again. So, well, you have a lot of colleges which you can apply to. Now, like I was telling you earlier, that GRE has changed, and it has changed in a big way. So another big way that it has changed is that it has changed its timing and its pattern. So now the overall test is 1 hour and 58 minutes with 5 sections. So this change happened in 2023 on 22nd September. That's the first day that the new test came by. Okay. There are 3 measures that are being tested, 3 areas that are being tested. The first being analytical writing, which is 1 section. The second being verbal reasoning, which is 2 sections. And the third being quantitative reasoning, which is again 2 sections. So a total of 5 sections: writing, 2 verbal reasoning, 2 quantitative reasoning. Now, in the analytical writing section, you get 30 minutes. Okay, you're given 30 minutes, and there is 1 analyze and issue task. Earlier, there used to be 2 tasks, 1 analyze and issue and 1 analyze and argument task. So they removed the analyze and argument task from here, and now it is only analyze and issue task that you get. You have to write an essay of some 400 words, 400 to 450 odd words in 30 minutes. Okay, so that's your analytical writing. After the analytical writing, the verbal reasoning section can open up, or even the quantitative reasoning section can open up. It can be either of the 2. We don't know which one because either one can open. Now, if let's say the verbal reasoning section opens up, you will have 2 sections. The first section will have 12 questions. The second section will have 15 questions. The first section is of 18 minutes duration, and the second is of 23 minutes duration. That means every question you're getting 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let me write it in a better fashion, 90 seconds per question. Okay. So that's verbal reasoning. In quantitative reasoning, again, you will have 2 sections. The first will have 12 questions. The second will have 15 questions. Here you have 21 minutes and 26 minutes. Now, the timing is a little more, so you get approximately 105 seconds per question in the quantitative reasoning section. Okay, a total of 47 minutes here and a total of, see, now that's where my maths goes bad, 41 minutes here. Okay, my apologies. So 41 minutes versus 47 minutes. So quantitative, you're getting a little more time than the verbal reasoning sections. Now, the good thing is that the analytical writing section is always first. You'll always come first. The VR, the QR, and any other unscored sections can come in any order after the analytical writing section. So always number 1 will be analytical writing. Once that is done, then you may get QR sections, you may get VR sections, you may get some other sections also which are not scored, but they're there. Okay, so that's your test pattern. Now, if you look at the analytical writing section, guys, any doubt till now? Rishita, Ipsita, Ekta?
No, ma'am.
All right, wonderful.
Also.
If you have any doubts, just feel free to interrupt me any point. Huh? Now, if you look at the analytical writing or the essay writing section, now this is essentially testing your critical thinking as well as your analytical writing skills. Now, there is only 1 task now, which is not the, sorry, my bad. Why have I cut out the? There is just the analyze and issue task, which requires you to analyze an issue, develop an argument with reasons and examples to support your position. So they will ask you a problem, they will give you a problem, and they'll ask you a question about it, and you have to answer questions based on that. Okay. The essay responses are typed on the computer. So there is a word processor that they will give you, but it's a very basic word processor. So it'll have insert text, delete text, cut, paste, and undo as the responses. Now, the good thing or the bad thing is that there is no spell check that's available. And there is no grammar check that is available. So no Grammarly plugins work there. So what you need to remember is, therefore, your spellings have to be correct and your grammar has to be correct. These are the hygiene factors for your essay. That other than having thoughts, writing it logically, writing it coherently, all of that, your spellings must be correct, your grammar must be correct, and your punctuations must be correct. So these things are the hygiene factors, and these you need to make sure are right. So analytical writing. Now, they give you 30 minutes to do this writing task. So ideally, I suggest that you split the time into 15, 2 blocks. The first 15 you leave for brainstorming. Okay, that means you think what you're going to be writing. And the second 15 you use for writing whatever you have brainstormed. So that's how you should divide your time into 2 stanches of 15 minutes each. That actually helps because once you've done that first 15 minutes of thinking, then you will find it easier to, have a thought, write it down, build what you want to say. So therefore, it is quite good. So that's your analytical writing section. Then you come to the verbal reasoning section. Now in verbal reasoning, of course, you have reading comprehension, you have text completion and sentence equivalence. These are the 3 types of questions that you get. It assesses your ability to understand what you read and how you apply your reasoning skills. Now question types here. Now there are many types of questions you will get. So you have in reading comprehension multiple choice, select one answer choice. So you get 5 options and there is one correct answer. Okay. Multiple choice, select one or more answer choices. You have 3 options and you could have 1 or 2 or 3 correct answers. It could be any number. And then the select in passage will ask you to select a sentence from the passage. So the answer is going to be a sentence. And that has to be highlighted in the passage. So these are the 3 types of reading comprehension questions. And then you have the text completion, where you get one sentence, okay, and it has 2 blanks or 3 blanks, or maybe 1 blank. So it could be a 1 blank, it could be a 2 blank, or it could be a 3 blank question. So the question could be 1 blank. It could be 2 blanks. Or it could be 3 blanks. Now, if it is 1 blank, then you will get 5 options and 1 correct answer. If it is 2 blank, then you will get 3 options for the first one and 3 options for the second one. And there will be one correct answer for both the questions. If you get 3 blanks, then it will be 3 options for the first one, 3 options for the second one, and 3 options for the third one. And there will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3 correct answers. So that will be your text completion. So one sentence is given, the word is missing, you fill it up with the right. Then the sentence equivalence is a question where 1 blank is given and 6 options are given and 2 correct answers are existing. These 2 correct answers will be 2 synonyms which will fit that blank exactly in the same way and will give you 2 sentences which mean the same. You see, it says sentence equivalence. So we are creating sentences that are equivalent to each other. Okay, so that will be sentence equivalent. So here are your 3 types of questions in the verbal reasoning. Any doubt, guys?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. All right, let's continue. Now the quantitative reasoning section, of course, will assess your ability to interpret and analyze quantitative information. Questions will be quantitative comparison, okay, with multiple choice, 1 answer, multiple choice, 1 or more answer, numeric entry. It focuses on basic math, elementary mathematical concepts like arithmetic, algebra, geometry, data analysis, and an on-screen calculator is available. I'm not telling you much about the quant because you will have a seminar on quant also. All right, let's understand one very important thing about the verbal reasoning and the quantitative reasoning section. This test is section level adaptive. For example, GMAT is question level adaptive. GRE is section level adaptive. Now, what do I mean by section level adaptive? It means that if you do well on the first section, the second section will be a higher scoring one. For example, if in section 1, let's say out of 12 questions, you get 4 right, or maybe 1 to 4 right, or you get 5 to 8 right, or you get 9 to 12 right. These are the only 3 slots that are possible. If you get 1 to 4 right for section 2, you will get a 1 mark scoring test, section 2. If you get 5 to 8 right, you will get 2 mark questions, which will be tougher, but they'll give you more marks. And if you get 9 to 12 rights, you will get 3 mark questions in the second section. That means the score of the second section will go up. And also of the first, because the score actually is comprised of all the questions. So therefore, your performance in the first section will determine the level of difficulty of the second section and also the marks of the second section, and therefore your total marks. So the computer selects the second section of a measure based on your performance on the first section. Within each section, all questions contribute equally to your final score. Both sections are important since the final score on each measure is based on the total number of correct answers and the level of difficulty of the questions. Now remember, points are not deducted for wrong answers. So it's always better to guess than to leave an answer blank. So just guess, mark, and move on. Okay. Now, 3 scores are reported on the GRE. First, analytical writing 0 to 6 in half-point increments. That means 0.5, 1, 1.5, and so on. Okay. Then the verbal section 130 to 170 in 1-point increment. That means 130, 131, and so on. Similarly, in quant, 130 to 170 in 1-point increment. Again, 130, 131, 132, and so on. Okay, guys, are you able to understand till now? Very quickly, give me a yes. You can write it in the chat box also.
Yes, understood.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Just makes me so happy. All right. How many of you are good at verbal? Which of you are good at verbal? Quickly tell me. Rishita, Ekta, Ipsita, are you good at verbal or are you better at quant? My question should be that what section are you better at?
Ma'am, I am equally good at both, but more at quant.
Oh, more at quant. Okay, okay. What about the others?
I guess I'm more better in verbal than in quant.
Okay, very nice. Okay, who
I
else?
think I am better in quant than verbal.
Okay, all right. So 2 people better in quant, 1 in verbal. Very nice. I am, of course, very good at verbal and terrible at quant. So I thought stay away. If I have to write GRE, I'll get a very terrible score. So I'm so scared of writing it. Maybe next year I will prepare quant and then write it. Maybe then I'll do well. Anyway, chalo, let's get ahead with us. So here is one example of a GRE analyze the issue task or the essay writing task. So they give you a topic like this. Okay, this is the topic. And then they give you the question statement like this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So as people rely more and more on technology to solve problems, the ability of humans to think for themselves will surely deteriorate. And then he says, discuss the extent to which you agree or disagree with the statement and explain your reasoning for the position you take. So whatever position you are taking, you will explain your reason. In developing and supporting your position, you should consider ways in which the statement might or might not hold true and explain how those considerations shape your position. So you can explain, right? So this is your essay. You will be expected to write it in 3 parts. First, of course, will be an introduction. Then, of course, will be a body. And finally, there will be a conclusion. Okay. The introduction will start out by explaining the topic or setting out the topic. Then bringing out the positive or negative issues, and then your thesis about it. So that is the introduction. Then in the second paragraph, in the body text, para 1 can be your thesis with examples. So all the things you want to say. And then para 2 can be opposite ideas with examples. Okay. And then finally, in the end, in the conclusion, you reiterate everything. Sorry, my bad. You list everything and then you reiterate your conclusion. That's how the essay is written. I'm just giving you a very bird's eye view of how the essay is written. Generally, also, we know this is how we used to write essays in school and college also, but this is how the GRE essay is also written. So this is what you will do. Now, if you look at the GRE vocab questions, so here is a question which is a text completion question. See, it says select one entry for the blank from the corresponding column of choices. Fill blank in the way that best completes the text. So you have to choose one of these 5 options for the given blank. And what I am doing is I'm putting out a poll. Okay, it's a 5-option poll. And you can choose any of the options and mark that as your answer. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read and answer this question. Your time begins now. All right, one person has answered. I'm waiting for the others. Are you all able to see the poll, guys? Is the poll visible to you all? All right, let's take a look. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Rishita. All right, guys, I've got 2 answers. I'm waiting for my third answer. It's already 2 minutes. I'm shutting down the poll now.
Ma'am, I couldn't see the poll actually.
Oh, you could not? Oh, okay, okay. That's what I was asking. Acha, koi baat nahi hai. I will restart the poll. Sometimes the poll goes crazy. Now see, can you see the poll? Ipsita? All right, I assume that you did.
Just a second. Yes, I can see it now.
You can?
Yes, I can.
All right, wonderful. So you can mark your answer. Very nice. Oh, wonderful. Everybody's given me choice 4 as the correct answer. Very nice. Absolutely correct. It says so beautifully, the reception that is given, reception means the welcome that is given to Kimura's radical theory. Radical means path-breaking, new. Shows that when something fights orthodoxy, something fights orthodoxy. So here is orthodoxy, which is old. So here is something that is new. So look for something that's new. Imitation is copy, old. Reaction is copy, old. Dogmatism is orthodoxy, old. Caution is carefulness, has nothing to do with new or old. Invention. And that's your correct answer. Absolutely, everybody had it. And see, the next pair also kind of confirmed it. So convention is here and novelty is here. So I am looking for something that was new. So therefore, D, invention, correct answer. Very good. All right, here's a question which is a sentence equivalence question. So you will have to give me 2 answer choices. Okay, but those answer choices you can only give to me on the chat box. So I'm putting out the poll just for the timer. 2 minutes again I'm giving you for the timer. Mark. As in read and answer on the chat box. Very nice. Minimal and remedial. Okay, innocuous and benign, and minimal and feasible. I'm looking for 2 words which are synonymous, right? So let's take a look. So the plan to which the engineer said would save the aquifer by reducing pumping to harmless levels. Can I say that? I'm looking for saying that these are harmless levels. So innocuous is harmless, benign is harmless. Feasible is practical, practicable is something that is doable, so no. Minimal is least, but that may not be harmless, so eliminate. Remedial is something that is curative, will not work. So answer will be A and F, innocuous and benign. And that's your correct answer. So Ipsita, very good. Good job.
Thank you.
You just had to look, others guys, see, understand this. You're looking for synonyms. So if you had just looked for synonyms also, answer would have been only one. With minimal and remedial, these are not synonymous. Similarly, minimal and feasible are also not synonymous. Okay. All right, let's look at this one. This is a text completion with 2 blanks. And therefore, again, 2 answer choices. So again, I'm going to put out the poll just for the timer. And you will answer in the chat box.
Ma'am, for each blank, we have 2 answers.
No, for each blank, you have 1 answer.
Okay.
1 for blank 1 from ABC and 1 for blank 2 from DEF. Okay. All right, waiting. Okay, so I've got 1 answer, comprehensive and pithy, distorted and pithy. And my 3rd answer. All right, let's take a look. So now interesting, the brief survey. So on one side, I say it is brief survey is surprisingly what? So if it is brief, now see the contrast, surprisingly. So one side I'm saying it's brief, on the other side it should be not brief. Then only it is surprising, na? Correct? The brief survey, I'll eliminate all the extra information, this portion in the commas, I'm eliminating. The brief survey is surprisingly something, right? So that means it's not brief. Surprisingly, it's not brief. So look for a word which says not brief, comprehensive. Distorted means all twisted up. Objective is very fair, not taking any sides. So those don't work. That's not the opposite of brief. So I'm looking for the opposite of brief. So I'm saying comprehensive. Now then he says, indeed. Indeed says, oh, I am reinforcing the idea. Again, I am reiterating. It makes several longer books seem what? So several longer books now seem what? Again, not relevant, not useful, right? So they now seem redundant. Because now you don't need these long books. This short book, brief book is enough. So these seem redundant. Not pithy. Pithy is short. So your several longer books now seem short. No, they still seem long. This one is a short one. Okay. Premature will not work because premature is all about timing. So that's incorrect. So the correct answer here will be C, comprehensive, and D, redundant. And that's your answer. Okay. I hope you guys got it. Comprehensive and redundant. Why these are the correct answers?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. Let's look at the next one. Again, this is your third question, 3 blanks and three options for each one. So now you will give me 3 answers. One for the first one for the second one for the third one. Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read and answer. All right, let's take a look. So I have got collision, orthodox, and clerical. My goodness, all of you have given me the same answer. Let me check. So, of course, these intransigent opposing forces will collide. So, collision of radical, and radical is path breaking. So, obviously, orthodox beliefs. That's the other contrast. Very good. Let's look at the third one. Male and female. See, these are contrasting words. Radical and orthodox, male and female. What and secular? Secular means irreligious. So I'm looking for a word that says religious. So civil is not religious, right? Neither is cerebral. So clerical. Now the word clerical does not come from bureaucratic clerks. It comes from clergy, priests in the Christian church, right? They're called clergy. So what they do is they do clerical work. Okay. So therefore clerical is correct. So option number C, E, G, and that's the correct. answer. Very good. All right, let's look at one reading comprehension also. Very sweet question here we have. So let's take a minute, read the passage, and then we'll look at the question. Excuse me.
Ma'am, can you please view the question?
Have you guys read the passage?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, then let's go to the question. Here you are. So the passage implies, of course, please understand this is an implies means it's an inferential question. Which of the following about the current cost of generating electricity? So what is it that we can understand about the current cost of generating electricity? There will be only one correct answer. So therefore, I will put out a poll. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Waiting for your answers, guys. I've got two answers. One of you haven't answered. All right. So what is this current cost of generating electricity all about? Let's understand. So he says that currently technology that would capture carbon dioxide and sequester it might double the cost of generating electricity. So if the cost of electricity is X, we use this technology, it would become 2X. But he says, but because sequestration does not affect the cost of transmission and distribution, therefore the price of electricity will only rise by 50%. So it will only become X 1.5X and not 2X. That means only the generation cost is being impacted. And if only half of it is getting doubled, therefore it means that the cost of generation is half. So therefore it constitutes the current cost of generating electricity is at most half of the delivered price. Okay. It is higher than it would be. We don't know if it is higher than it would be. It is somewhat less. Again, we don't know if it is somewhat less. It's actually not. It is dwelt on by policymakers. We don't know. It is not fully recovered. We don't know. So the only thing that we can guess infer is option number C, and that then becomes the correct answer. All right, let's look at the next question. Now, in this question, you have either option 1 as the right answer, or option 2 as the right answer, or option 3 as the right answer, or one of them, or two of them, or all three of them, whatever. So again, I'm giving you 2 minutes.
Ma'am, can you please create the poll again?
But I'll not create the poll for this question. Okay?
Okay.
Because answer could be A, B, A, C, A, B, C. It could be anything, or it could be just A, just B, just C. So you write on the chat box whatever your answer is. Okay? You can now give me your answers. Again, this is an inferential question. It says the passage suggests. So again, infer that extensive use of sequestration, when you would use sequestration, over a period of time, what will be the consequences of it? Okay. Ekta says A and C. Let's get others to answer also. Come on, Rishita, Ipsita. Okay, Rishita says A and C also. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting for Ipsita also. So what he has said Okay. Ipsita also says AMC. Okay, let's go back to the passage once. I always like checking my answers. It says that currently technology might double the cost of generating electricity, but delivered prices will rise less by no more than 50%. So it won't increase too much. And he says research into better technology will undoubtedly lead to lowered cost. That means in the short run, the prices are going to rise, and then in the longer run, they're going to fall. Okay. And that's what our question says. So the burning of fossil fuels would eventually cease to produce atmospheric accumulation. When you will burn a fossil fuel, atmospheric accumulation of carbon dioxide will happen. Only you will be able to sequester it. So A is incorrect. It's still happening. It would cease to produce. No, you would be able to sequester it. The proportion of delivered price of electricity due to generation would rise and then decline. Yes. The price of generation is going up and then going down. The power plants would consume progressively lower quantities of fossil fuel. How is that possible? So no. So the correct answer is option number B, and that's your answer. Unfortunately, none of you got it right. Okay. I hope you got that. All right. Now here, you have to select a sentence that explains, that gives the reason for why an outcome of sequestration. So some result that you're expecting from sequestration will not happen. Okay. So now find out that sentence. It says, oh, something should have happened, but that's not happening. Here you go. Something should have happened, but it's not happening. Find that sentence and you can write the starting words in the chat box.
Can you please show the question once again? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show passage?
All right, let's take a look. Okay, but because, okay, wonderful. Everyone has given me that answer. Correct. But because sequestration does not affect the price of electricity transmission and distribution, delivered prices will rise less by no more than 50%. And that's your correct answer. Very good. All three of you, very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So that's our bit about the exam. Let me quickly put out but you've all already filled the form, so why will we need to fill the form again? All right. If you need to ask me any more questions, I have told you a lot about my portion of the exam and what we are doing. We'll cover all of this in class. Now you say what is it that you want to ask me? And I will answer
Ma'am,
these questions.
I have one query. Like in GRE, you mentioned some of the college of USA. So can you please mention some college from UK as well? Because I'm planning to go there. And which all universities and college are taking up GRE?
Darling, I
Good
have
college.
no idea. I can teach you, but I don't know what about colleges.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So you'll have to ask your counselors. They're the right people to give you directions as to which colleges are there, what courses are there. They're better equipped. So if you want to ask Deepak. He's the right person for you to be asking all of this.
Sure,
Okay.
ma'am.
The number is here itself. So connect with him. He's just the right person for you to talk to. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Absolutely.
I'm actually stuck. I am not able to write the statement of purpose or the personal statement.
So you
I don't
write
know.
something and bring it to me and I will check and I will make corrections.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. I'll tell you why I generally don't write anything for anyone. And I'll tell you the reason why. I don't know you. Who knows you best? You yourself.
Me only. Yeah.
Yeah. So who can write a better statement of purpose for you other than you? You can. I can make it better. I can improve it. I can give you guidelines. But to write, that's your task. So I'm going to tell you something. Number one, whatever is your course that you're applying to, why do you want to do that? How is it connected with your current field of study? Okay. And where do you see yourself? What's your end goal in life? Try aligning all of that. It's always a connection. So my end goal in life is this. For achieving this end goal, I need this. And I've already got this. This will be my additional thing. And that's how I can reach my end goal. So that's kind of the flow that you're going for. Okay. But what is your end goal? Why are you looking at all of this? That's something that you can write better. Write a bad one, write something and bring it. And then we can improve it.
Okay, ma'am. I'll send you. I'll write it and
Yeah.
I'll send you.
Yeah. Send it to me. I'll check it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Ipsita, Ekta, you want to ask?
No, ma'am.
All right. Shall we wrap up the session now then?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, guys. I hope today's session was helpful and that I've been able to guide you somewhat into what the exam is all about. Yeah. For anything else, yes, about colleges and all of that, please connect with Deepak or connect with your counselor. They will help you out. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. I'll see
Thank you,
you
ma'am.
Tuesday for class.
Yeah. Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye.